Welcome back. Another episode of Chef's Kiss. Today is a special day. Woo! Throw on the phone. We got
Derby Day.
Derby Day. It's halfway through the MLB season. Not really technically,
That went fast.
but by the standards of the schedule. So yeah, got the halfway point tonight. We got the Home Run Derby, one of the most exciting events in all of sports. We're gonna place our bets live on the show here
We are,
today.
but before we do that, let's talk about our hats. I got my 1990 All-Star Cubs Wrigley Field hat on, and you also have a Cubs hat on, but explain what 1876 throwback?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I got it. Yeah, I got this the other day. I texted you, John. I saw it on the shelf, and I wasn't quite sure when I saw it. I was like, is it cool or does it kind of look corny? And then I brought it up to the front, and I texted you. You're like, yeah, that's fucking sick. And then I got it bent. Once I got it bent, and then I put it on, I was like, oh my god, this is one of the
Dude, ever since you said the
hats.
bent thing, I have to get my hats bent. I have
Yeah.
to. But when you order them online, you can't. I don't think that is available. So
Right.
my wife ordered this online, but you can't get it bent.
Sure. I think you might be able to go to the shop, at least the place by me that I get at the mall. Shout out Fran Treasures. They bend it for you. It's an option. I get it sprayed with sweat resistant stuff. That really doesn't work because I sweat like a pig anyway. But they do bend it for you, so you get that nice crease and bend.
I love that. It's
And I love
perfect. And
it.
it's not like mine's a little too flat, Bill, but I want a little bit more bend. But that's like the perfect amount of bend. Nice.
Yeah, it feels good. Yes. So I'm gonna wear
looks
this
good.
hat every day. Honestly, I usually rotate hats. I rotate hats depending on my outfit, but this has quickly become my favorite hat. This was the best purchase of the weekend, hands down.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Do you miss Chris Berman doing the home run derby or no?
I was talking about that with my father today, actually. And
What
just
like do
talking
you
about
miss
the home
him
run
or
derby.
are you glad he's gone because he was annoying? Did you find him annoying?
No, I didn't find him annoying. I like the back, gone. I think it was
Me too.
just more iconic and kind of reminded me of childhood and home run derbies of past. You know what I mean?
There's a nostalgia play with Berman. I mean, I can admit that he is kind of annoying, but when I watch, they were on MLB Network, they were replaying some of the old All-Star games, and I watched an old home run derby he did from '99 in Boston, and it was awesome. It was like McGuire and Sosa just hitting bombs, and I was like, oh, this is great. They're hitting them on Lansdowne Street. I was like, oh, yeah. And Griffey, too. I was like, this is amazing. This is the best.
He sounds like he's going to have a heart attack. You know, I mean, he gets into it. He's sweating, and it's fun. It's fun to listen to him. So
I love the timer too. I think that's completely changed everything. Do you want to get into the brackets? I have a question though. First, we'll get into so we'll break down the brackets. You're gonna provide some bet stuff. I have some other tidbits as well. But is there a ranking system? Like Luis Robert is 1 versus 8, the A seed, and Adley Rushman.
Correct.
Is that like a seeding thing, or does that not matter at all?
no, it does correspond with the betting odds, at least from what I've seen.
Interesting. Is that how they do the seeding?
I don't know if the seeding has anything to do with it. I think
Because
they are-
Luis Robert Jr. is 1, Adley Rushman's 8, then you have Garcia, Adolis Garcia at 4 against 5, Rosarina, 6, Mookie Betts against number 3, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and then 7, Pete Alonso versus number 2, Julio Rodriguez. So does that mean anything or no?
Yeah, Adley Rushman has the longest odds to win at plus
Got it.
1,700.
Got it. Okay, so it is correlated to betting.
From there. Yes.
Got it. Makes sense. Cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. All right, let's start it off just from the top. We'll go the top down. John, home run derby winner. Just the winner. Who do you think's winning tonight?
This is, I think Julio Rodriguez. I think he's more comfortable this year. I think it's also a park he's obviously comfortable hitting in. I don't even know if home field advantage means anything in home run derby, but
Yeah.
I'm picking him. I think he was close last year. I think he came on the scene. He has experience, and also he's super young and is not going to get tired. And I can't say the same for. I mean, Pete Alonso's been doing this for years. I think he'll get tired. I think Guerrero for sure will get tired. So I'm picking Julio Rodriguez. He's mine.
Okay. Last year, John, very impressive first round. Julio Rodriguez put up. I forgot the numbers, and I should have them pulled up here. I don't. But last year's first round, I think he had like 32 or something. I was there, and it was incredible. Balls were flying out in that first round. So I can understand. I could see some value on him in the first round, maybe having the most home runs. Also, hometown guy. Todd Frazier won it when they were in Cincinnati, when he was with the Reds. Bryce Harper. And then there was another one I'm forgetting. There was 3 like in the last maybe 15 years or something.
Okay. So
regardless, hometown guy, that's what you like.
Absolutely. I like that. There's a couple other things. So there's a metric. Each player, I'm going to go through a metric of why I think they're going to win it, and then a metric of why I worry. So for him,
let me tell you who I think is going to win.
Go for it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's
no way. There's no way he's going to win. Why? Why would you say that?
He's the second favorite to win this behind Pete Alonso. So you can't really say no way. First off, his dump truck is fucking huge. Okay, he's probably got some of the most power. And he put on a show. He went to second round last year. Or the year before that, whatever it was. I think he is the guy that will beat that will just win this year. I just think he has so much power. You're worried about that he's going to poop out. I think worried that you're not
going to get tired. Also, his average launch angle this year is the lowest among everyone else in the Derby.
His lowest launch angle.
His average launch angle this year is the lowest among everyone in the Derby. So that's a metric that is a negative. Although I will say,
tell me about exit velo. Now tell me about exit velo.
Let me get to the positive.
Okay, because I got stats too.
So you nailed it. So the metric that he can win it is he has higher average distance, 409 feet, and highest exit velocity, 109.1 on his home runs. More than the other 7 competitors in the field. So he has the highest exit velocity.
You got barrel percentage on there?
Not on him, but I'm guessing it's pretty good.
Yep. It's better than Julio's. Barrel percentage 13.6 versus Julio's 9.8.
Yeah, but these metrics aren't talking about like stamina, and he's going to get tired. I don't think he wins. There's no way.
Everybody gets tired, though. Everybody gets tired. I think you're discounting him because he's chubbier.
Yeah, because of the timing. Yes, absolutely. Just how certain pitchers who are not in shape have struggled a little bit. Older pitchers and pitchers that are not in shape have struggled with the pitch clock this year. Certain pitchers. That has happened.
By the way, I don't know if anybody knew this, but Pete Alonso, the guy that's throwing to him, I believe it was his brother, is out. So he's getting a new pitcher. This just happened maybe an hour ago when I was texting you. So Pete Alonso has a new guy throwing to him. Odds haven't changed that I've seen, but worth noting.
Dude, I wonder why. Maybe he was like, I lost last year. You can't pitch to me anymore.
It had to do with like an injury. He said like he could really hurt himself. Something I was listening to it on ESPN. They were just talking about it on ESPN.
So it's his brother. Is his brother like a player? Like, is he another player? Or is he just like a random person like you and me?
I say brother, but I'm 50% sure. So don't take my word for it. I believe that's what I heard, but I hear a lot of things. So
okay. So okay, that sounds good. So let's go through the bets. You provide the bet, and then each bet, then I'll go like on that player, and then I'll go into why I think he could win it, and then some reasons why not.
So placing the bet right now for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 350. Okay. Bet placed. Doing it live. Okay.
We'll do it live.
That bet has been placed. Okay.
Okay.
Now, did you say you wanted to go through your stats, or you wanted me to go? We'll go through like next.
We'll go through each player. We already hit Vladimir Guerrero Jr., so let's go through each one. Okay. So put your bets. Place. Oh, is that your only bet?
No, please, no. I was seeing there was some value in first round head to head matchups. So there's first round matchups. I like this one. You can get this at minus 145. Adolis Garcia to beat Randy Arozarena.
I'm in on that one. I like that too.
Thank you. Adolis Garcia versus Randy Arozarena, minus 145. I think that's a very fair price. Adolis Garcia is yoked, dude. So
Yeah.
I like that for the first round. Would you agree? You like Garcia over Rosarena?
100%. I'll take that
Okay.
for sure.
We're
And then also too, I
right
mean, if you're talking about first round, you probably should think about taking Julio Rodriguez over Pete Alonso, just because of Julio's performance in the first round. He had a total of 81 homers last year. I mean, he was amazing in that first round, so that might be a good bet as well.
And Pete Alonso is a boner. I don't think anybody likes him.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of tired of him. Like,
he's a tryhard.
I'm over him.
Super tryhard.
I'm over him. You know, like,
Yeah.
I feel like he would be annoying on the bench. Like, he couldn't take a joke. And what made Griffey so great about the home run derby is that he was just as successful as Pete Alonso, but he was super chill about it. And he was having fun. And he made it look effortless. But like Pete Alonso is like, you feel like if he didn't win, would take whoever was throwing to him like under in the tunnel and just completely just curse him out, like just berate him for not pitching him well.
He's not a good personality, John. So, like, if he was like a Nick Swisher, and I know you don't care for Nick, but if he was like a funny, jolly,
fun guy,
goofing around, a fun guy,
sure,
and he was deadlifting, that would be
that'd be fine. We don't mind that he's yoked or jacked. It's his personality that we don't vibe with.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be dry and boring and doing the humping thing, and then still be like a weirdo, hardo, tryhard, that's where you're getting bounced in the first round, kid. So are we placing another bet on that? We're going to go Julio Rodriguez plus 125. I like that because I don't want Pete Alonso to win, even though I took him to have the most home runs this season, but that's not today.
Yes,
cool
I agree.
We're
cool with that. So Pete Alonso, his 2 Derby championships, of course, and he has the second highest average exit velo 107 on homers this year, and the third longest in distance. But a metric that makes you not want to, 48,000 plus. That's how many people will be crammed into T-Mobile Park, with many rooting for Alonso's first round opponent, Julio Rodriguez, who happened to beat Alonso in the semis in the Derby last year, 31-23. So people are going to be booing the living shit out of him because they're going to be rooting for Julio, and I feel like he'll take offense to that, which I feel like will not help him perform. So I don't think he wins at all.
Okay, let's do my next one, John. The next one I liked here.
Go ahead.
We're going to parlay. It's a parlay.
Got it.
It is Luis Robert and Adolis Garcia, both to advance to the second round at plus 150.
I like that. I don't know what to expect from Adley Rutschman. Like he scares me. Like when he was in there, I was like, he could hit like 2 homers, like he could totally suck, but he worries. I probably take that bet, but
Here's why I'm
worried
not
about
afraid
it.
of him, John. Here's why I'm not afraid of him. There's a prop, the Derby props, obviously, and you can bet by total number of home runs, right? So if you had to guess, what would the total number of home runs be for Adley Rutschman?
I don't know. I have no idea.
20 and a half. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
that is the lowest on the board.
Well, it might be because, and this goes back to some of the stats, he has the lowest barrel rate, 6.6% among everybody playing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big one.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're looking at a total here at 20 and a half. That's what BetMGM has the line at. Lowest one out there. Who has the highest one? Highest one would be Pete Alonso. No, Vladimir Guerrero at 44 and a half. So that's that.
Rutschman does have the highest launch angle on his home runs this season at 29.3. But if you have the lowest barrel rate, that also doesn't correlate well. Again, just too many variables with him. But I don't know, man. He could totally suck.
Because I already placed one for. We don't have to parlay that one. How about
no?
This
I think you could take it. I think Robert probably beats Rutschman. You can take it. I would do that.
All right.
I think you're fine with that. I think a Rosarina does nothing.
So Luis Robert and Adolis Garcia both to advance to the second round. That's at plus 150. You like that?
Yes. Also, it should be noted for Rosarina, a couple other things. Like, yes, he's got a nice launch angle, but he's listed at 5'11", only 185 pounds, making him the second smallest player in competition historically, dominated by a lot of yoked dudes who are over 200 pounds, like Pete Alonso.
And myself, if I was in it. Derby round 1 parlays. We're done with that. John, how about this? Now, maybe you have some statistics to back it up, but I like this one. Now, it is distance of the longest home run. Over under 487 and a half feet. I like the under. Under 487 and a half feet. You're closing in close to 500 feet in Seattle. The ball's not going to travel as far, supposedly. I saw some graphs. And T-Mobile, it's T-Mobile Park, am I correct? That's what it's called?
Yes, I'm checking the weather right now. Is the roof can close, but I'm assuming it's open. I'm just Googling Seattle weather. All right, so the Derby's at 7 o'clock, so about 72 degrees, partly
What's your
sunny.
First thought on that? 487 and a half feet. You want to go over or under that?
I'm going under.
Yeah.
I'm going under. Yeah.
Okay. So we like that as well. Under 487 and a half feet.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're baiting.
I think so.
They're right. That's so far, John. 490 feet.
It's super far. Also, you have some of the. I mean, I've seen some recent bombs, like Rushman hit one 460 something, whatever. But like these are balls that are traveling way faster. These guys are just lobbing them in. So I think 487 to hit it that far on a lob, I don't think so. And not in that park. And not in that weather, I don't think so.
Me is how juiced the balls are going to be, because they're juiced. The balls are juiced.
That's the other thing too. You have to think about as well. Because you're not going to have the velocity of the pitcher, so you will definitely juice the balls, which would make total sense. You want to see the farthest home runs hit.
Yes.
I'm still going to go under. I think Seattle, that park just doesn't. There's not a lot of bombs that happen in that park. You know what I mean? If this was Cincinnati, I would take the over in 2 seconds. If it was Wrigley, I'd take the over. I think it depends on the park. There's certain parks too, like the Batting Eye, or like when you're in there. This playing baseball. Like there's just certain parks that feel smaller than other ones. Some you're just like, God damn, like I'm just trying to like hit a line drive here. But there's some you're like, if I just get a hold of one, I can knock this out of here. And I just feel like that's a park that historically you don't hit a lot of long home runs in. So
I'm with you.
No.
Okay. So my bets are placed. Let's just walk through the
Those are good bets.
bracket.
Now, all these bets, I have to say, well done, sir. Like
here
there's a lot of thought. Like good, there's some good analysis and thought behind all these bets. I
couldn't have done it without you, John. So
you
will
definitely
not be sharing the winnings with you.
The only one I don't agree with is the winner that you picked. I don't think Guerrero's going to win.
Just to recap, first one, we have 5 bets under 487 and a half feet traveled for the longest home run. Luis Robert and Adolis Garcia both to advance to the second round at plus 150. I got that one. Julio Rodriguez to win the first round against Pete Alonso at plus 125. Adolis Garcia to beat Randy Arozarena, minus 145. I think that's a great bet. Vladimir Guerrero to win the whole thing. So those are my 5 bets right now. John, let's walk through the bracket and see what we agree on and disagree on. First round, Luis Robert versus Adley Rutschman. I think we both agreed on that, correct?
Luis Robert, I'm taking him. He's got the highest barrel rate at 16%. Second highest average home run distance is 406, and then the third highest exit velo 106.6. So I'm definitely taking him.
Just as we were about to get on here, John, I was posting something. It was Luis Roberts, or they call him Lubob. I think that's a pretty cool nickname, Lubob, Luis Robert. His bat. So I just posted it. Video of his bat. Did you see what it looks like?
No. Did you post it on Twitter?
I posted on Twitter. I'm getting off of Twitter, by the way, just so you know.
Wait. Should we talk about Threads?
I'm sure. Right here. Let's talk about Threads because I'm pretty done with Twitter. I'll be honest with you. I'm just kind of putting it up there, just for whatever reason. But I'm a Threads guy hard now.
Okay.
Thoughts, John? Give me your thoughts.
I'm on Threads. I like it. It's Twitter without a lot of the negative sentiment, which is great, at least for now. It's clean. So I like it. I'm trying to find.
And it's only going to come out with more and more features as well, how I feel. The thing with me is it needs to have a chronological tab during football season. We need to see player injuries, who's active, who's inactive. I think that was one of the most important features for it to be successful. So people can that's how I use Twitter, as like a rolling newspaper. So I could see up to the second information. So as soon as they have that chronological order, that's going to be a game changer for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, when people that built a following on Instagram carries over to Threads now, which so great.
Yes, I'm looking at my phone right now at your Threads. So give me 1 second. I want to see what you posted.
I didn't post it on Threads yet. I put it on Insta and Twitter.
Okay. So I'm on your Twitter. I saw the thing about Cole versus Gallon, Velati. Where's this post? What are you talking about? I'm on your Twitter.
Sorry. You got to go to replies because I put Luis Robert on the first.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Okay, I see it. I see it now. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Cool, right?
What is that? Is that a cat or a tiger?
Yeah. What's La Pantera mean? That's his nickname. I think it's Panther, right?
Yeah, I think so.
La Pantera. Yeah, Panther.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so that's his nickname.
Yeah.
But
Panther.
that bat is dope.
That's awesome. That is sweet.
So that's what.
Also, his cleats look awesome too. I think.
We got Luis Robert advancing. Next one, we have Adolis Garcia versus Rosarena. I think we're both in on that. Adolis Garcia,
Rosarena's out first round. Yep.
Jacked human being. After that, we got Mookie Betts, Vladimir Guerrero. Now, John, what do you think about that round? How early do you think Guerrero gets bounced?
I think the thing about Mookie Betts is, like, okay, I know he's 180 pounds. He's only 5'9". So I get it. But, like, I just feel like he could hit a lot. I think in the first round, probably Guerrero. I think he knocks Betts out. I worry about Guerrero in the latter rounds. But in the first round, I think Guerrero takes him. So I would take. I think Guerrero will definitely beat Mookie Betts for sure.
We're all on the same page, and then Alonso and Rodriguez. We're both in on Rodriguez.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Me and John in agreement the entire first round. We're going to the second round. Lou Bob versus Adolis Garcia. Now I have Garcia advancing. What about you?
Over Luis Robert. I don't know.
It's going to be a good showdown.
I think Luis Robert is a guy. In a weird way, I think if anyone hits 487, I think it's him. I think that guy can hit absolute bombs and also just not get tired.
Power.
Like he has the highest barrel rate. He doesn't get tired, and he's big and yoked.
What sad is that? He doesn't get tired.
Well, he doesn't, dude. He's in arguably the best shape for sure, which I think is a negative when you're talking about Guerrero. But again, with Luis Robert Jr., like third highest exit velo, highest barrel rate at 16%. He could.
Yeah, no, I mean that would be an awesome round.
Yeah, for sure. But I think he wins. I don't think Garcia beats him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that absolutely could happen. I just picked Adolis Garcia. So that's where we don't agree there. But again, I mean I can see how Luis Robert. I'm just looking at the bracket I already placed. So
I gotcha.
Obviously next we have Guerrero versus Julio Rodriguez. You have Rodriguez advancing, and I have Guerrero advancing. So then you would have a Julio Rodriguez versus a Luis Robert, and then you would have Julio beating him. I have Adolis Garcia versus Vladdy, and Vladdy winning.
We'll see, man. We'll see. It should be a good one. I can't wait.
Me too. Well, that's that's the whole breakdown.
Yeah. For Garcia, among the 8 hitters in the field, he has the third lowest launch angle at 27.1. But he's pretty good at barreling pitches. He's second, right behind Luis Robert, 15.8. So, I don't know. I feel like he's never played in a big crowd before. Like, there's going to be a ton of people here. Texas. I don't know.
Texas.
I just don't. Yeah. I don't know. For the first time, I don't see it happening.
Sure.
I just don't.
We don't know because we haven't seen these players either. We've seen Julio Rodriguez. We've seen Vladimir Guerrero. Like, we've seen those players. We know what they're capable of round 1, round 2, where they get tired, stuff like that. We haven't seen these other guys, and that's obviously what makes it a little bit more harder to handicap.
Agreed. Yeah. But should be fun. Who's announcing it?
Couldn't tell you.
Who does the play-by-play? I can't even remember.
I don't know if it's Vasgersian or what.
Can we talk about? I know we'll wrap this up quick, but like, what play-by-play like broadcasters do you like nationally?
It's not nobody's gonna agree with me. Like, I like Joe Buck.
I think Joe Buck's great. I know he doesn't do baseball anymore. I thought he was awesome.
Why do people? I don't like. I don't get it. Why people hate Joe Buck so much? I like Joe Buck, and if you hate him, that's fine. I don't care. But.
I think people hate him because he's been around for a long time. The similar reason that a lot of people hate Tom Brady, like just because they're haters, and he's been around and successful for so long, people are just sick of him.
Same thing about Chris Berman. Like, every great sports call, baseball postseason, I remember is Joe Buck talking about it. Like,
absolutely, and there's a nostalgia play for you because when you hear Joe Buck or you hear Chris Berman, it brings you back to your childhood, which is
right.
which is great. And both of Berman, I don't think was great play-by-play, but he's entertaining and he's great. And Buck is one of the best play-by-play guys, football and baseball, and sort of like a minimalist too. Like, especially with TV, he just really. He knows when to shut up, like he knows when to be quiet, and just some of his touchdown calls, like in some of the Super Bowls, it's like end zone touchdown, it's like Manning, like, Burris touchdown, like just real simple, just the stuff you just need when you're watching TV and just letting everything else, kind of play out. I thought he was great. Other than that, I think. I don't know why I don't know what the obsession with A-Rod is. Who likes this fucking guy? Get him out of here. I don't want to see him on anything unless he's doing like analysis with like players. I don't want him calling any games. Why is he on there? I think he stinks.
My father and one of our favorites is John Miller and Joe Morgan. They used to do Sunday Night
Dude,
Baseball.
I still live. I have to tell you this.
John Miller, Joe Morgan.
John Miller is the best, and there's the funniest clip of him on Rich Eisen show, it's from like 5 years ago. I'm gonna send you it. He's hilarious. He does a Vin Scully impression in Japanese. It's spot on, and he's so
that's
obscure. It's so good, but it's hilarious, and he's got everyone rolling. But obviously, I have MLB TV as do you, and when I'm driving around, like after like one of my softball games, we made the playoffs, by the way. We just made it, but we play the best team tomorrow night. I'll let you know how that goes. I think they're all ex-college baseball players. We might get rolled. But on the way home, instead of listening to like Cubs games or whatever, I'll turn on the radio, like the little headset, feature of the MLB app, and listen to Giants games so I can listen solely. I'm not interested in the Giants. I just want to listen to John Miller because I miss it.
Right.
And I listen to him on the radio, and it brings me back to my childhood. It's the best. John Miller on the radio is the best. Sometimes he does TV, but he's mainly the radio guy. He's amazing.
Yeah, it's again the same thing. Nostalgia. I remember just being in bed,
Sunday Night Baseball,
putting on Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah,
yep.
Just hearing his voice, and it's just a very notable voice. So those guys are my faves.
Yeah, John Miller for sure. Me too.
John Miller and Joe Morgan. Yeah. All right, John. Let's get this
Cool,
up so
dude.
people can listen to it before, because I know people are waiting to listen to this pod before Home Run Derby so they can make their picks and know the great baseball minds what they're thinking.
Sounds good, buddy. Good luck on your bets, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Peace.